You can't fix what you can't see. You can't. You can't fix that which you ignore because it's just going to be the way that it is. The world is broken, is what it is. And if you can't see that the world is broken, then how are you going to be able to fix it? It's like if you, hold on now. I've been canning my peach pear butter. Oh, okay, there you are. Whoa. Yeah, I got it going on, you all. My phone fell down. The wind chimes are telling you too. You can't fix what you can't see. When I woke up this morning, the first thing that popped into my head, Sandy, honey, good morning. The first thing that popped in my head laying there is the world is a mess. And it's immediately upon awaking. Did I dwell on it throughout the night? No. Is it going to ruin my life? Is it going to ruin my day? Does that mean I'm down in the dumps? No, it don't mean I'm down in the dumps. It means that I am acknowledging that the world is a mess and it needs fixing. But it's not going to make me a mess. It's not going to send me into a downward spiral. And I'm not going to go around having a negative attitude or anything. I'm not. I'm just acknowledging it. Just like a bad relationship. One person may realize, hey, this relationship is bad, and the other person may be out there in la la land. They don't see nothing wrong with it. Well, then you can't fix what is really bad. Hello there, Al honey. Hello there, Mickey honey. Hello there, Ralph from Richmond, Virginia. You all, good morning. Good morning. You truly cannot. There are a lot of people. I don't think it's the majority of the people, but there are a lot of people who don't see anything wrong with what's going on in the world. They may not see anything wrong what's going on inside of their lives and all around them. Everything may seem normal. It may seem chaotic, but what if that is the norm? What if that is the norm for a lot of people? A chaotic world, a messy world, because some people get comfortable living in a messy house, living in a bad relationship, living in just a messed up world, hanging around messed up people. You get comfortable and then you are not able to see just how messy something truly is because you get a little bit too comfortable in it. And that's all you surround yourself by. That's all you attract, what you are. Whatever you go looking for, you're going to attract it. Hello. Yeah, I got that, Al honey. I had a different shirt on because I was canning my apple butter, and I had a different shirt on, but I thought I got so many shirts, I can put a different shirt on. I can just go to the closet and put a different shirt on for this live stream. I just got through canning all these jars of pear butter, and I water bathed them. And this was all from one big batch. Nice pear butter. And then I got some apple butter right here that I've done. These are like one day after the other. And then I had my laptop. I was listening to some music. So yeah, I got it going on. I can do it. I can change my shirt. So I don't have the same shirts over and over on. Yeah. Good morning, you all. You can't fix what you don't know is needs fixing. You can't. And I guess, yeah. Yeah. Ralph, honey, I know. You can say that. Well, I would say if some girls need some, they just need to sneak into the boys' bathroom and get them out of there. That's what I got to say. If they run out in the girls' bathroom, go into the boys' bathroom and get you some, you know what, some TPs. Take them all if you need to. Especially if they're free and stuff and you ain't got no supply, you go in there and get them. They're also good in emergencies when you have a wound. You can pack a wound with them too, so because they're kind of like, you know, packaged up and stuff. Yeah, you can do it. Dying. You all, come on now. You cannot fix what you don't see needs fixing. It's like somebody can be telling you, I'm driving this car and this car, I'm telling you there's something wrong with it. And the other person says, well, there's nothing wrong with it. And they don't even want to get in it and they don't want to drive it to see what's wrong with it. It's something like that. So they're not going to get it fixed. But it's like this world needs some major, major fixing. Good morning. Yeah, it needs major fixing. It's so nice outside. Now, just because I upload a video saying the world is a mess, it doesn't mean I'm in a downward spiral. I'm far from a downward spiral. I really am. It's beautiful out. It's really, really nice. Yeah, good morning. Good morning, your daddy said. Years ago, as a young boy, firecracker, boom. Yeah, see, let's tune in, you all. It's really nice. Even though the world's a mess, it's okay. You can do your part. I tell you what, you can do your part in your own life, in your own space all around you and the people you connect with. You can make sure that's not a mess. At least you'll be doing your part. And just you doing that will help make the world a better place. Truly, it would. If you continue to carry on with your normal self and not let the world drag you down, you're doing your part. You say, I can't do nothing. Yes, you can. You can live a normal life. You can just do that. Your energy will spread. The earth will feel it. The people around will feel it in the spiritual realm. Do no harm mentally, physically, and spiritually. Yeah, it's kind of hard, Betty Barker. It really is hard for a lot of people if you had to do that. We're in an upward spiral. I like that, Al. Boom. That's right. That's like a song. I'm going up, up, up to be with Jesus. I'll be changed in a twinkling of an eye. Guess what? Because you get a new body and I guess your body dematerializes like it does, I don't know, on Star Trek or something. Good morning, you all. You may really feel like the world is a mess, and it is kind of depressing if you were to dwell on it, because you can look around, you can see things happening, you can see what used to be wrong is now considered right. Look at that sky. Yeah, what used to be wrong is now right, and there's things that you would never dreamed of would be allowed, and now it's allowed, and yeah, it's okay. And let's look at this right here. Thank you. It's a lot of a lot of love and hard work went into this, because none of that stuff was there. These two trees were here, right there. And those two great big trees right there, let me show you. These big trees right there, 1, 2 are there. They're like a type of, they're male persimmon trees. They don't produce, but we got some female persimmon trees. Hopefully in a few years they would produce. Yeah. Um, yeah, it does. I told my husband yesterday, I said, mere talk leads only to poverty. You know, if you can dream it and all you do is dream, or you can speak it and all you do is just talk about doing something, you want to do something, if you don't put it to action, it's not going to happen. It's not just going to manifest if you don't put any work into it. You got to put work into things. You do. If you want better relationships, you got to put the work in them. And you may be the only one putting the work in the relationship. And that's really hard if you are. It's like a one-sided, lopsided relationship. And sometimes you can't fix it. You can't. Yeah. All the beauty. I am at ease. It doesn't mean that I don't feel what's going on in the world and other people's lives, because I do. I am a humanitarian at heart. I love people. Yeah. I don't like seeing what's being wronged. I don't like the wrong that's happening. I don't. There's a lot of wrong. And some people may say, what what I would think of is wrong. They may say, there's nothing wrong with that. Well, to them, there's nothing wrong with it. I can't argue with them. I can't try to convince them if they're thinking that within their heart. I can't. Good morning, you all. The world's a mess. That's a short video. That's the words that came into my mind this morning. It is a mess. And it's going to take a lot to fix it. And it's going to be very, very painful to fix it. It is. And it's when it gets fixed, it's not going to be the fixing that some people think it's going to be. It's not going to be a bed of roses. Look how big those quince fruits are. Where are they at? You can use these because they have natural pectin in them. Yeah, they're very hard. That bush, if we got too much bushes, it's too crowded here. They should have been thinned out, but then life happens and you just roll with it, baby. When things come up in your life, when you're doing stuff and all of a sudden something happens, you just roll with it. You got to be able to multitask and multi-think. Yeah. Yeah, it's quince fruit. It's said that the cores of the apples also have pectin in them. I guess if you were to use that, it has pectin. Yeah. Which Bible says black and white, what is right and what is wrong? I guess all of them. I don't know. I've got so many different Bibles. It's nice to look at all the different Bibles to see how they're all worded and stuff. And I'm not going to tell you. I hope the tips of your fingertips burn as you flip through the pages of your NIV. Well, I had my young children, me and my husband, we went to a church. We thought it'd be a good church. And, you know, we read out of the NIV because I prefer to read out of that. But it doesn't mean that I don't read out of any other Bibles. But just the mere fact that I went into a church who read the only King James Bible, the preacher stood in the pulpit. And my children, they would go to church. Can you imagine going to the Sunday school class and have the Sunday school teacher preach against the very Bible that you read, and it literally brought you happiness to read it. And then the preacher during the sermon gets up there and speaks against the Bible you read, because you're sitting there in church and you're reading it, and say, I hope the tips of your fingers burn as you flip through the pages of your NIV. Throw that piece of trash out there in the parking lot. How are you going to win souls like that? Oh, no, they lost 4 people. We did not go back. You got to be careful with your words. You really, truly got to be careful with your words, because when you have sermons like that, when you speak things, my children, they didn't even want to go to church after that. If this is what it's about, I don't even know how we got into that. Yeah, no. That's wrong. That's wrong. It's judgmental. It's very, very judgmental. And you can think whatever you want. You go ahead. You want to read from whatever, you go ahead. Don't try to force your convictions on me. Don't do it, because it's not going to work. I'm going to tell you right now. And I'm going to tell everybody else on here, don't let someone else's convictions become your convictions. Only you, on the inside of you, know what's best for you, and that's between you and God. Do not let someone else force their convictions upon them, because their convictions are between them and God, not between you and them. That's what I have to say. That's right, Purple Squirrel. I haven't been to church for years. I haven't. The kingdom is inside you. Do I have anything wrong with going to church? No. It's a place of gathering and stuff, but I haven't been in years. Well, I did go to, when my brother was at the senior citizens home giving a sermon. I went there and sat there and listened to him and seen with the other senior citizens in there. It was nice. Yeah, but yeah, the kingdom is within. It's right. It's truly right here. Let's get that hummingbird. Where is it at? And we're not going to get on it, you all. Y'all, please give this video a thumbs up. You can't fix what is broken if you don't realize it's broken. You can say, no, the world's not a mess. The world is not a mess, Gina. You're the mess. Don't be so down in the dumps, Gina. Don't get so negative. You said the world's a mess. Just because I say the world's a mess, that was not the energy that was coming from my voice at all. It wasn't. I was just acknowledging The world is a mess. It is. It's messed up. It's broken. It's broken, just like people. People get broken, and they may feel like they're broken beyond repair. There's no way they're going to get fixed. There's no way nothing's going to work. There's no way anything's going to work out in their life. But you know what? You've been there, you've done that, and now look at you. You made it through that times when you said, it's all over now. It's all over now. I'll never recover from this. Well, you did. You did. If you look back years down that road, you recovered from it. And 9 times out of 10, you became a stronger person. You can become a strong person in a world that's broken, in a world that is a mess. You got all the strength you need right there. You got it. Yeah. There's a lot of people on the drugs. It's like, you know what, has literally, the borders have been open wide and it's all flowing into the country. Imagine that. Flowing into the country and destroying people's lives. Destroying families. All of it. It is. There's no sense saying there's not a problem. There is a massive, massive problem. It's tainted. It's tainted. It is. Yeah, they do. And because they did that, they quit having certain code remedies, code medicine in the stores because the people abused it and made illegal toxins out of them. Yeah, we got it going on. Y'all, please give this video a thumbs up. You can't fix what you don't know is broken, and it's true. The world is a mess. And there are some who want to fix this world. They truly do. They do talk about fixing it. They talk about fixing the world. And they tell you how they're going to fix America. How you going to make America great again? Well, I hope he does. I hope he makes America great again. I do. Yeah. I hope the whole world gets made great. I do. I really hope the whole world becomes a better place to live in. That'd be nice. Get rid of all the chaos. Get rid of all the bad people. The bad decision makers. Those who want to cling to power. Get rid of those people. Well, their days are numbered anyhow. They are. They're numbered. They're going out the door. The next generation is coming behind them. And then, you know, you got artificial intelligence. Which, kind of like one ring to rule them all. One ring to bind them. And in the darkness, oh, that's kind of gross. Into the darkness. Into the darkness. That's right. Each city is worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. Well, I don't know, because I never lived in Sodom and Gomorrah. And you can't let your mind go there about the depravity. There's a lot to things that's going on. There is. It's like if you mind your own business, then you won't be minding mine. That's an old country song. You know, each day has enough trouble of its own. It's hard enough taking care of our own relationships than worrying about all the other relationships in the world. You can be aware of what's going on. You can pray for it, pray against it. Just pray that you are strong enough to withstand the storms that are coming, because it's going to be massive storms coming. And you know, thinking of storms, when I was at my mom's the other day, my nose is really tickling when I said massive storms coming. She had the news on, and it was in California, and it's where the ground is, it's getting great big cracks because there's holes opening up inside underneath the surface, great big cracks and fissures. And they showed this house that had sunk 10 feet below, and other houses. This woman's inside her house. She said, I lived here all my life. I'm not leaving. And the crack in her floor was truly, I don't know, it was about this wide, about that wide. And you could see down in there's big concrete. I'm not leaving. And then guys recording her. And they've had to cut the electricity off to certain parts of these towns, these blocks and stuff where these people, where all this stuff is happening, mudslides and stuff, because of a fire, but they're still staying there. I'm like, my goodness gracious, what you going to do when the whole thing falls? Guess you'll fall with it. Yeah. The alien ships are coming up, Kermit Anderson. Well, I believe that they come out through those holes, like those big holes, because they're so perfect. I think that maybe they got some invisibility stuff, and then they can just fly up just like they do in Hawaii. They fly down into the crater things and the holes in the ground and stuff. Probably tons of ships down there and in the ocean. They're coming up out of the ground like a locust. Yeah. Volcanoes. Yes, volcanoes. We caught a plasma ship coming out of a volcano. And it was the La Palma volcano. It's doing a live stream. And I remember seeing it come up. It was like in the shape of like a teardrop coming out of the volcano, but it was plasma. And we were documenting it. You know what they did? They slapped a copyright on that. They owned the rights to that right there in that footage that I caught coming out of that volcano. That was the last time. When they did that did it. That was the last time I ever documented that volcano. No, you don't do that, saying that sure, whatever. Did you? And you really can't get any good footage on that anymore. But there was ships coming out of that volcano, the La Palma volcano. And someone else slapped a copyright on me too, a copyright claim. I was showing the Yuval Harari, and what did he say? Because he was saying some pretty wild things. And then one time, it was a video, then they slapped a copyright claim. It said, it doesn't affect your channel. That's the last time I showed him too. And there was another one that started it off too. It was Elon Musk. It was the SpaceX. When the SpaceX was first launching, all the other channels could show, there was other YouTube channels that were showing the launch. I was showing the launch, and I saw like some UFO activity. Oh, they told me take it down. I did not have permission to do it, although they allowed all the other people to do it. That's the last time I showed that too. No, I think they pick and choose who they want to show their stuff. It's a spiritual thing too, if you think about it. Totally spiritual. There literally is a good and a bad in this world. There's good and there's evil. Good and evil in this world, different types of energies and stuff. You just got to stay away from them, because it's not worth you getting upset. It's not worth it. I'm not going to waste my life on low energy. You need as much energy as you can get in this world that we live in. I need to keep my energy, and I need to be selective of my energy inside me, my time and everything. So do you all. You need to be very selective, because this world will literally suck the life out of you if you allow it. People will suck the life out of you if you allow it to, their energy. You just got to be careful. Very, very careful. And there's nothing wrong with you taking time out for yourself. There isn't anything wrong with it. Some people may not like it, but you've got to do it. You got to stay grounded. Yeah, some may not like that advice, but it's the truth. And it's not being selfish. It's like guarding your space, staying grounded in a world that's becoming ungrounded, in a world that's falling apart. If you can tune out the negative, you all. Just don't go there. You can have fun in this world. You can get on the internet and you can look for artificial intelligence in the election campaigns and all that stuff right there. That's fun. It's really interesting. It is. And it's lighthearted. But I try to do it in a lighthearted way, but it's very serious what's taking place with artificial intelligence and the use of holograms. It's really serious. And there's some people who will not acknowledge the existence of artificial intelligence, will not acknowledge what it's capable of doing. They're in their own little world, and they're being distracted with other things. Well, to each their own. It may not be for them. No, they may just want to watch something and not think outside of what they're seeing, not even use critical thinking to what they're seeing, what they're hearing. If something sounds off to your spirit, it's off to your spirit. Don't second guess your spirit if you're spirit led, truly. Now, there are some people who are spirit led, but that's between them and God. Them and God. That's right. Rather further up in the comments, America is Babylon. I've heard that. Well, Babylon was over there in Iraq, ancient Iraq, right? Something like that. I believe Babylon is spiritual. It is spiritual, and that spirit is all over the world. That spirit is all over the world. It's a spiritual like entity. It's a collective. It is a collective. That's how I look at it, spiritual. In the spiritual realm. Now, some people do attribute that. I'm not going to say that they don't, because they do. And, you want to say that? Let me say this. When I went over to my mom's, I'm going to get there. You say America is Babylon. Al, honey, leave this right here. Let me say this. Okay, America is Babylon the Great. We know what it says. Fallen, fallen is Babylon the Great. She has become a haunt for demons and every unclean spirit. In one day, what kingdom is destroyed? Her kingdom in one day. Hey, let's think about that. What if in one day, her kingdom is destroyed because one day the Babylon the Great thing is no longer in power and somebody else takes power in that one day? It literally solidifies it. A change of power. Oh, okay. I was over at my mom's, and the flag that my stepdad Ken had raised above his house on the flagpole, it had become tattered, and one of his neighbors came up to the house with a brand new flag. He said, I would like to replace this because I know how Ken, he was a good man, he wanted to have his flag up there, and he would not like to see that flag like that. And I thanked him. So I went out there and I took down the flag, and it was tattered, and he wanted to have that flag so he can, I don't know, do something properly with it. And I raised the other flag up on the flagpole. I did. And put it there. And when I went over there yesterday, my husband went over there to cut the grass. I went over there with him. I'm talking about Babylon the Great. I walked to the side yard, and there that flag was laying on the ground. The blue string, the blue rope, it was like a fiberglass rope. It literally looked like its fibers had been ripped in two, and the flag came down. As soon as I saw it, it symbolically and spiritually spoke to me that America has fallen. It really did. Fallen, and I went into the house. I told my mom, I said, that the flag, it looks like somebody literally janked on the rope and caused it to break in half, because you could see the fibers had literally come separate. And she didn't know it fell. She goes, well, we'd had some really, really powerful, strong winds the other night. And she did. It was raining really hard. The wind was howling, and it very well could have literally broke that rope in two, but I saw it laying on the ground. And I did think that America has fallen from grace, more or less. That's okay. It's fine. Doesn't mean you got to fall. Does not mean you have to fall. It doesn't. Yeah. You don't have to, that's right. You don't have to like your government to love your country. There's good people in the government too. You can't say the whole entire crew of them are bad. No, they're not. You just don't hear about the good because they're going to silence it. Just like you can't say all of humanity is bad. You can't say that either. Yeah. I'd like to get some good powers, but remember, God allows whoever God wants into power, if you believe that way, and it happens for a reason. It's like I raised Pharaoh up for this very moment. And then what happened to Pharaoh? His heart got hardened, is what happened. And then you know the rest of the story. Yeah. Elon Musk and Gates. Yeah, Bill Gates. Bill Gates and his patent. You know. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Just keep living your life, you all. The world is a mess. It is a mess. And it's going to take Almighty God to fix this mess. A superpower. Superpower will fix it. Before it's all said and done, it'll get cleaned up, but it's going to be really, really messy. Very messy. You may not be around when it gets cleaned up. And you can't fix what you don't acknowledge is broken. You can't clean up a mess if you stand there and stare at it and you live in the mess and thinking, my life's not a mess, my house not a mess, and you have mess piled up all over the place. Oh, well, that's normal. Well, yeah, it's become your new norm. It has become some people's new norm to have a mess everywhere. Because someone else could walk in the house and say, oh my gosh, how could you live like that? No offense against people like that. You become desensitized is what you do. You become desensitized to the things in your house. You become desensitized to the mess all around you. That's how you do the the gloom and doom scrolling, the freezing whatever video, because you have been in a traumatic experience. Yeah. I'm going to go. I've already said too much. I have. Let me flip this around. If you're just tuning in, y'all, please give this video a thumbs up. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe. Hit the join button. That's enough for me to say. It is yes, they got the computers in your body. Well, let's just say I downloaded that whole entire stack of bill, that Obamacare. I saw what was in it. A class 3 device, implantable. I saw it. I thought, why on earth do they got that in there? Because I read it. Yeah, it became law. It did. So I'm going to go. And with that being said, thank you, Al and Mickey and Susan B. Honey. If there's any other moderators, thank you. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. Just because the world is a mess and just because things don't look very great, that's no reason for you to go into a downward spiral. It isn't. You got to have your spirits lifted. You got to really think positive so that you don't go into a downward spiral and you get depressed, because it lowers your immune system. It does. It's not going to help you get feeling better if you're really depressed. That's right. We got it. We do got it. That's right. Remember that the mustard seed. That's right. I'm going to go. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your morning. Love you.